So welcome to my review of Yowamushi Pedal episode 12, Glory Line, or season 4. I found it a pretty good episode. Yeah, like it was actually one of the best episodes I think so far in the last 6. I mean, I love the beginning. I think the beginning was great. The first 1 to 4 episodes was really good. Like a 10 out of 10, like every week there. Episode 2, 3, 4, they were amazing. I hated Naruto lost of it. That was really necessary in the last later. And after that, it was a downward spiral, right? But now I think the episode here was pretty good again here. But yeah, just quickly, right? I mean, it was great in the beginning, but then him losing was just so pointless. Like they're losing everything, second place and everything. It just seemed very unreasonable. So I hope, for one thing I mentioned away, I hope there's a connected episode here. I hope Naruto is gonna win the sprinting here. He wasn't shown here. We see the muscle yaoi, we see this like I'm gonna touch you stuff, yeah. We see all of that, but I really hope Naruto is gonna stealth win, right? Miss Yoshi could do it last week, so why can't Naruto also be a ninja and accidentally be behind them and has to win there? So definitely hope so. I mean, they were very focusing on eyelashes and Komori, right? When they had muscle team, but he could be behind them. He could be sprinting away for the two teams. It would make no sense in real life because he's like against 5 of 2, right? So 10 people to block him. So it really would make no sense if he could do it in reality. But in this anime, why not? Why can't Naruto get some revenge and beat them? I really hope he will beat them. Absolutely, I think it would be much better for the storyline as well if he did beat them, yeah, because they really need a few wins, right? They need to win this day at all, but they need to win at least the climb or the sprint, right? So it makes some sense that they will win. They build up the character a little bit, right? So hope Naruto can beat it, and I think it's hinted to him winning. I hope so, because this episode it's just kind of creepy hentai OE reference stuff right there, and none of that really matters for the actual sprint, right? They're just kind of like, I'm touching your muscle. He can read abs. He knows Andy and Frankie. Yeah, it's all of that crap, and it really doesn't matter how the bearing of the sprint is. So Naruto could be behind them, 1 meter behind them, and we wouldn't see him because he's so focused on zooming in on the muscle pack, on the flaps, right? So it's like, hopefully he will be there. That being said, though, one thing I hate though in the episode is the course that just so much, right? It really reminds me of Kuroko no Basket, where they play against the uncrowned king that cheats all the time. I can't remember his name at all. I actually really liked the character in the beginning, in the first could have been 4th episode, I don't know, but the first episode 1 or 2, I actually really liked that episode. But that guy's a lazy genius, very late volume, But but it's like, I love that guy. But after a while, it's like, okay, now it makes no sense because with the cheat, right? The opposing players, the evil players, the cheat, and the first episode, like, yeah, okay, cheat a bit. And then it has a kind of secret master cheat. Okay, that's fine. Maybe some bribes, who knows? But it just gets kind of tedious when they do so many cheats. It gets most tedious because, like, come on, can you do something else? Obviously, it's gonna go in and grab stuff there, sexual harassment, yeah. But except that, right? It's kind of like it just makes no sense. They can do it so much. Every time someone cheats, you feel like, well, maybe a judge, maybe someone, on the side will see the thing. With the Komori sitting here, right? Last day he grabbed in the shorts. That was even worse, I guess. That was definitely down in someone's junk, and it was ridiculous. And he did it before the race, and now he's here again, right? He was doing the practice thing. I mean, I know it's, special disbelief, but that's the problem, right? Every time he's harassing someone on the opposing team, or several teams for that matter, now it's been building 2 different teams here, in front of people, in front of his teammates as well. And even voted, don't let him touch you! He's gonna, it's like, what? It's like, that would be so disqualified, yeah. And even his teammates said, me to record, but all the guys, Saku, so they were like, what's doing? Damn idiot, you're gonna get us, like, stop that, that is way too much, right? So, yeah, and the problem is, if it happened once, it'd be like, okay, maybe animated relief, but if it happens every day in his racing here, it feels like there is no way he would be allowed, right? He would be disqualified. So I think that is annoying, though. Every time you do this thing with him, it gets less and less possible. Yeah, it's more and more unreasonable that he will go scotch-free from this season. But anyway, I was talking about something I really that episode, and that is, of course, the justified outburst. The justified outburst, I think it was great. That was the best part of the episode. Really best part. I mentioned for the shit thing, which annoys me. But that was... wait. I was about to do. Sorry, one thing. I actually kind of like the whole muscle grabby, yaoi scene and everything. It's like, I'm coming after you now, muscle boy. Like, he knows my weakness. Like, I actually like it. It's entertaining. It's entertaining. I actually liked it, but if you look at it as a kind of like some kind of objective, like, that is really bad, right? Because it happened once, okay, fine, but because like every day he harass someone, it's like sexual harass in the other place, pretty much. Like he would be so disqualified, right? That's the problem with it. It's just too much of it. But if we ignore that, if it's in the vacuum, it's a pretty good hit. Anyway, but I really liked though, really loved, is the Imazumi Kun against Teshima. I really loved that. I was like, get away from me, you failure, captain. Nakama power is no more. I love that thing. I think it was great. It's actually one of the, I would say, one of the best outbursts, or not the best, sorry, justified outburst that I have ever seen in anime. Yeah, where someone is emotionally being upset with someone, and it's like, usually you feel like, nah, maybe he's right. I mean, I'm talking about some, Unigasai, Murder Spree. I think it was like a normal anime, so they have like normal emotions, like a sport anime, where they are still humans, and they have an outburst of emotions, right? And most time you feel like some things this character say is correct, but I do feel it's maybe a little too unobjective and more subjective. You feel that usually. But this is fantastic. Because it makes so much sense. He was just saying what I'm saying every day. I guess he's like saying what I'm saying. But Teshima so far has been a horrible captain, right? He's failed in every chance he has for the first day and also currently here. So it just makes so much sense that he would be tired of it. So I think it was a great scene. Even people defend Teshima. I know a lot of people comments something saying, oh, you're wrong, Teshima, especially with last year. They were like, oh, he's a great captain. He's a horrible captain. You're wrong. He's a horrible captain. And this is a great episode because I would also be tired of him as captain, of course. I probably would keep my cool until the race is over, potentially. But yeah, it just makes so much sense that so much his teammate would be, tired of him, right? That they wouldn't take it anymore. Yeah, there's 5 different people, different personalities. It makes sense to some of them be like, okay, I'm tired of you. Yeah, you fail every day. Why should I listen to you, right? Yeah, you do it. I say I should be the captain. Yeah, I think that makes perfect sense. He was even challenged last year, right? And he kind of got the captain thing anyway, which made no sense. He didn't even got it to begin with, or they didn't remove Isa anyway. But so what? Yeah, whatever. But it's generally like he's done. He did not warn about the pack thing, for example, and that made no sense, right, at all. It's like I have to learn by myself. Why? Like why warn him? Tell him it's gonna happen, and then he can be there anyway. But that would benefit for the race. The whole absurd, selfish thing with Manami, where he could have won, and he selfish had to do the personal weird team, because it really wasn't even on. I had a comment about that a few weeks back from my last videos, right? And someone's like, wrote like an A4 paper to me how I'm an idiot, because I was like, how can you respect Teshima? There's nothing to respect there, because this is actually not the honorable thing to do in the situation, right? Because normally you would say, well, only winning on fairness is what matters. But first of all, he didn't cheat. The other guy had an accident, right? And the episode's a lot about like this destiny. He's like, I have no powers. I'm born as a loser. I have no talent, and so on. So the guy with talent having an accident, it's kind of like a divine favor to him, like even the board. So right from that, you could actually wave it off. But even so, he clearly himself didn't cause it. So it's not in him. He was still a fair guy, right? Yeah, that's the first thing. But the second thing is that his motivation was completely selfish. He wanted to beat this guy, let him get back to him again, so he could beat him, it's like the worst possible situation, to prove that he's the best kind of, right? And that is not the honorable thing to do as a captain. It's a captain. So the honorable thing to do is to win, so your teammates get more honor, right? So they get more morale, so they get the whole, oh yeah, we are so cool, we finally got something, yeah. That is much more meaningful. We see it right here to her, where of course Imazumi Kun is like, you fucking suck, yeah. You failed us every part of this race so far, and I'm so tired of you, right? Yeah. So say his morale is absolutely bottom now, and it's Teshima's fault, like to 95%, yeah. And that is clearly the outcome of him not getting the win he could have got easily. Yeah. He had a win and he threw it away for some kind of selfish pride, right? So he actually didn't do the honorable thing. He did the like least honorable thing. He ignored his Nakamas, he ignored the team, and he went for a personal like vendetta against destiny or something. So he actually was completely unhonorable with him, you know. He disbanded his Nakama team, right? You think about it in Japan, an anime is all about Nakamas. In every sport anime, in every show anime, it's about your friendship power, right? And he had friendship power increased moment, and he picked not to do it, right? So he could have ignored his selfish belief last year, or last day then I guess in the anime, last day in the anime, gotten the first place. He personally might feel bad about that, maybe a lot bad about that, but it's like ultratism, right? So he would get, let's say he would get -5 happiness for that, okay? But the rest of the team will get +10, right? So the honorable thing to do for your team, especially as a captain, is to sacrifice yourself and do what is right for your team. Then we get 50 happiness and then be a 45+, right? But he wouldn't be that sad about it himself. He would be like -100 himself. That's ridiculous. And we see now, what is good, he is like -20 now with happiness right there. So he is down in happiness thanks to him. And that's largely because of what he did last day. But he didn't win, but he could have won, right? So that gives like why he's pissed off him. He doesn't even know this for the matter. Yeah, that's a important thing. He doesn't even know about it. If he knew about it, he probably would be even more pissed. Yeah, we as the viewer know that he failed on purpose because he was selfish. Yeah, and this guy you see from the outside like, how could you lose? You lost again. You lose to Slimer. Yeah, he sees from the outside. He's tired of it. We as the viewer even knows these facts. And that should give us even more exclamation why he's a horrible captain. So I think it was the most justified outburst almost ever. Like, it's like, man, everything is correct. Everything he says is correct. They should have no respect for his captain. They should listen to him. And it's everything to him. It's a thing, of course. We've been talking about for a few weeks now, right? He's falling back there. Koga even warned him, told him what's going to happen. Koga analyzed the situation, he was going to get stands. Koga is absurdly amazing captain level, but whatever. Yeah, Koga is really good. But even without that, right, even without Koga being daft to that, so Koga still warned him, and he did not listen to him. He didn't look backwards behind him, and he didn't react to what's happening. It's just ridiculous. And Koga has to do everything for him, right? And it's just like, yeah, like, why should you take his advice? He's a bad captain. He's a really bad captain. He's done everything so far in the wrong way. Yeah, absolutely. He has done every decision so far. It's been like 8 to 9 decisions, and he's taking the wrong decision every time. And now he's here like, yeah, come on, we can do it, bro. Listen to me. He's like, why would I listen to you? Get away from me. You're horrible. I should be in charge. Like, someone else should be in charge. And it makes perfect sense. That someone in the session be like, no. I can't follow you anymore because you have done every decision wrong. Here again, you have a wrong decision to make, and you dropped Yogi and Isa. How did you get here? Isa might, he wasn't there right when he dropped Isa and Yogi. So he's like, what had happened? You lost 2 members. You were too late again, and yesterday you failed this. Why should I keep listening to you? Why should I listen to you as a captain? Like, your decision making is horrible. I could be the captain, or Ulla could be the captain. Why should we follow you? Your plans are never good, right? So it's like, yeah, it makes perfect sense to question him. And hopefully we can captain, because so far has, yeah, and I hope, all thing will make sense in this episode, I guess, and this arc, is the Teshima can have some kind of ingenious plan and actually make them win, right? Or at least decline something, yeah, because otherwise, why would they trust him, right? He has failed every time. I say that not to be bad, but why would it? You can only get so much chances, right? Yeah, like they have to trust him back has to make something proper. So I hope there's gonna be something where he actually, convince Izumakun and me that he can actually be the captain. But I think it's gonna be very probably forced. Unfortunately, yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a good way to do it. I think Uruda's gonna win the climb at least, right? It's gonna be him alone doing it, not really Teshima. So. Yeah, I don't know. I'll be surprised if they can turn it around. But I'm just saying, I think it was interesting. It was a very, very good outburst. Everything he said is true. And the whole Nakama thing, as I said last year, it makes sense. Teshima is a bad Nakama. Teshima is a horrible Nakama. It's the worst captain I think I've ever seen in a sport anime. I think it's a good character. I mean, there's a lot of evil captain, right, in different animes. But I watched almost I love sport anime. As I say every week. I mean, I watched Yowamushi, I loved anime. Oh, anime was so good. I love Yowamushi. But otherwise, before that, I also watched Kuroko, Eye Shield, Slam Dunk. I watched the Slam Dunk. Oh my god. pretty much. I love football, yeah. Soccer, I watched two soccer animes. I watched, of course, One House. It's more gambling, but say baseball, or what is it more? Oh god, I watched all the big ones pretty much. I didn't watch Major, Ace of Diamonds. I watched a bit, and watched just two there, but I watched that. Yeah, I mean, and so on. I watched at least. I have seen at least like a little dozen sport animes every episode, and also a lot of more ones. And also I mentioned like One House always kind of suck to look at anime, but you know, and so forth, right? And I definitely say Teshima is the worst. The main character team captain, yeah. All the other ones are much better for the teammates, right? So I really love the whole movement again here. He's out who's like, you know, screw you, you're not a good Nakama. And he's like, you're doing something wrong. You've done everything wrong so far, right? And I said again, he doesn't even know that he's done the biggest mistake of losing on purpose for a selfish reason, right? And that's like, man, that was a non-Nakama move. Yeah, he's a horrible Nakama. I'm comparing it to something like, let's talk about Shonen then, because sport and Shonen are very similar, right? So, sport anime, obviously. Think about like Luffy, right? In One Piece. It's very selfish, right? It's very selfish when it comes to stuff. But Luffy would never, you know, truly not do anything for his Nakama. See Hoki Eye, right? I mean, yeah, Luffy is obsessed with Nakama. It's all about Nakama, right? Think about Naruto, same thing here. It's always like, oh, Nakama, Sasuke, I love you. Yeah, all about Nakamas. Fairy Tail is like all about like magically my friends believe in me, so I can like, I don't know, destroy the planet with my pinky finger because my friends love me or something. It's all about this absurd Nakama side thing, you know. But again, they would never betray each other. They would never do the selfish thing. They'd heroes do what's good for the actual Nakama, right? They do the selfish thing. I actually would say that probably Son Goku in Dragon Ball probably is the most selfish Nakama he is. Yeah, he's all about like, I just want to fight. Yeah, he's very selfish. There actually is very little Nakama power in Dragon Ball. There is of course trust major in Super Dragon Ball and so on. But generally though, yeah, Son Goku is a lot like, I don't care, I just want to get, win or fight. It's just care about even winning, he just want to fight, right? It's the Saiyan blood, it's want to fight. But pretty much every other shonen anime, my hero as well, it's like, I have to fight for my friends, it's more important to protect my friends than to win, and it's like, Todoroki Deku, it's like, I kind of lose on purpose, so I get a better friendship, it's like, all about that, right, yeah. But Teshima, he was like, no, I win on own, yeah, I don't want to win, I want to win on my terms, so I feel good about myself, yeah. Horrible Nakama, and Imazumi he knows it, he's like, I don't trust you anymore. You're a true Nakama. So I think it was a great episode. Mainly because it's enforcing everything I've been saying since last year's review, like last summer. And I was like, man, horrible Nakama, horrible captain, worst captain ever. And here again, it's like his team is like, we know you're a horrible captain. Stop being a horrible captain. It's like, yep, you're right. So yeah, I think the arc has to resolve that, right? So it's gonna be something that puts him in a good space, like in a good light, something for his friends again. I guess he's gonna have to believe himself. It's probably gonna be an arc, but I can't see it happening though in a good way. It's gonna be a very forced thing. And last thing I'll say again though, it's one thing I will say though, which is the forced. He's so physically weak though. Yeah, like this episode, he's like, I can't barely do it. It's like, and he's like, you're a climber, aren't you? Like that was a great moment. He's like, why are you a climber? You're weak. And it makes sense. He's frustrated, but I have to say that was forced though. In Teshima's defense, it's kind of like, I mean, yes, okay, he's for this because he's weak, but that felt a little narrative forced it. Like, why is he so weak suddenly? He's weak. We know he's the weakest guy in the team. He's like no talent at all. But suddenly he's like really weak, yeah. And that was just to make the other guy be angry at him, right? So that was a little forced though. That was very narrative forced that he's really bad. So I don't know. That I would say his defense though. That was just a little very much unnecessary narrative. Or he's actually super weak suddenly. He can barely do the first mountain climb. It has like they have half the race left or more. And the bigger climb is left there. It's very exhausted. Yeah, it made little no sense. Unoda did the same thing at higher speed, way faster, and he is like doesn't even he's like whatever. Yeah, like, well, he climbed. Yeah, it doesn't even matter to him. So yeah, that was silly though. That was silly. But the outrage still makes sense though. I mean, if he got it so late, it would make sense. But anyway, hope Naruto's gonna win. That's my last word. Yeah, best boy, yes.